The woman was introducing the project to her boss, but suddenly she found that the PPT was full of pictures of sexy women. Just as Jenny was about to explain to her boss George, her colleague John suddenly showed his plan to George and guaranteed that his plan would definitely satisfy George. So George handed the project over to John. 20 minutes later, Jenny returned to her desk and stayed up all night making the presentation for her original project. The next morning, John came to the company, picked up the file and slammed it on the table. Jenny was woken up and saw herself on her phone screen. She immediately got up and went to the toilet. When John found that no one was in the company, he immediately went to Jenny's computer and stole the presentation she had made. 5 minutes later, George was satisfied with the document in front of him. After Jenny handed the file to John, she was surprised to find that her document was in John's computer. George thought Jenny was jealous of John's talent and was about to warn her. So Jenny was going to prove to George, but embarrassingly, the file in her computer was blank. Angry George was about to fire Jenny. Before Jenny could explain, George had already left the office. John was introducing the product to the partner Charlie. Jenny came to John's side and deliberately spilled coffee on his computer. John asked Jenny what she was doing. After Jenny apologized to John, she reminded George that since John made the presentation himself, it didn't matter if there were no slides. Charlie asked John to continue. When John couldn't speak and couldn't say anything, Jenny volunteered. An hour later, Jenny presented all the content perfectly. Charlie was very satisfied with Jenny's plan. George successfully reached an agreement with Charlie. After Charlie left, George thanked Jenny and asked her why she disrupted John's presentation. Jenny explained that if she didn't do this, it would be very difficult to prove that John was the one who stole her work. George told John he was fired. John turned around and left helplessly.